On this week's episode, we talk about the Fantastic Four first steps.
And other pop culture news from the week.
We just saw the new MCU movie, The Fantastic Four First Steps, starring Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Ebon Bachrach, and the guy from Stranger Things. Can't remember his name.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, and Fantastic Four. It wasn't fantastic. It was good.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, fantastic is a high bar.
Yeah.
But it was good.
This is the third.
I enjoyed it.
I mean, maybe fourth is the charm. But anyways, this is the fourth attempt to do. Actually, technically, it's more like the fourth attempt for a Fantastic Four movie. There's one in the 80s that is like Apocrypha and
yeah.
What do you say when like you wanna people to forget? You wanna ban from people's
It's.
Oh gosh, there's a word for it. I can't remember.
I'm registrar. But hey, I got those casted. So Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Ebon Bachrach, and Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's abomination. No, it's the books, right? Medieval times had the books that they were like the codex. They were banned. No, that was another word.
I don't know. Forbidden.
Anyways,
I'm not sure.
So there's that one in the 80s. There's the 90s. No, not 90s. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
With
Jessica Alba. Ian.
Michael Chiklis, Ian Griffin. And that's all four. Yeah.
No, Chris Evans.
Of course, the Torch, Chris Evans.
They
remade one that was weird.
Bad.
It was, and they wanted to connect it. That one they wanted to connect. It's like, you have a great idea. Let's connect the universe, the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. And to do that, they did another Fantastic Four with Kate Mara, with Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan. And Toby Bell.
I don't remember.
Yeah, and they finally did another one with these new connected to the MCU. It's like connected but not connected. How like the MCU likes, how they do things best. How they found a way to do things without being connected, but connected. This one takes place on a different Earth, on a different universe. 828, right? 828? 828. Which is Jack the King Kirby.
His birthday, right?
Yeah. Yes. So this one takes place in the 50s?
Well, it's hard to say because it reminded me actually a lot of the Incredibles, like how it's very much a modern world but with a mid-century aesthetic. So
why is modern world?
Because they have like more, they're not limited to 50s technology. Like the robot works with the tape, but like they also have...
True, but it's the 50s that got to advanced technology faster than our universe. It's still...
I guess so. So, okay, so we don't have like the limitations of like actual 1950s technology.
True.
But you have the aesthetic.
The clothes, the hair.
Yeah, the aesthetic, the fashion. But like the technological capabilities, like a sci-fi 50s.
We have it's like what's the one that do this like to extreme steampunk, right? It's like really, it could go really back in the day, but they have like technology closer to ours.
Yeah.
So let's say, they don't say anywhere, but let's say it's the 50s. The man never made to the moon in the 60s. I mean, because it's before that. And also the Fantastic Four did it off screen. That was before the movie. We see a reference to that with a flag at some moon. Anyways, so the movie takes place on this different Earth, this different universe. They got some stuff from they do some stuff that are similar to what they did in Superman, which kind of remind me of some old rumors, but there's so much evidence that's kind of that there's like leaks and industrial espionage in between the two companies, and then they do things in
Oh,
similar way
yeah.
to compete. When DC did Batman v Superman, Marvel did Civil War.
Right.
And there's things like that, and they did something similar here, which again is a
Which was
creative decision. But the movie takes place 3 years after the heroes, uh, the origin story,
Oh,
which
okay.
they did
Yeah.
in Superman as well.
Yeah.
This one could be a coincidence, or maybe not. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't catch the similarity partly because
Yeah.
Superman was like really forgettable. Also, because like it is kind of like for a long time every superhero movie was an origin movie.
Yeah.
And it does get kind of old. So this was nice. Like they did the origin as like a flashback. Like at the beginning, they have it's like on TV. There's like a 4th anniversary retrospective. So they kind of like go over it really quickly, but it's not a part of the story. It lets us tell a different story.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good because like we've had the other Fantastic Four movies are origin stories, and we've told the superhero origin story a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I see what you're saying now, but to me
Yeah.
it wasn't like ugh.
Yeah,
This
I'm not saying
again.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it was very coincidental that DC just did this 2 weeks ago. But again, Marvel did that before with Spider-Man. They never went to Spider-Man origin ever on the MCU,
That's right.
right?
He just kind of is.
So there's that similarities. The movie has like a very unique retro visual. Is very colorful.
Which I thought would be gimmicky. I was really worried about that in the trailers. It was so like it it was very gimmicky and felt kind of superficial. But once you get it into the movie and the context of the story, I think it was a really good move.
Yeah, there's like little tidbits and flashbacks from missions in the past, like the Mole Man. They mentioned the Red Ghost. The Red Ghost never shows up, which was John Malkovich. He was completely cut. We assume it was tiny and small, just like a nod
Yeah.
to a villain they fought on the past 3 years. And but
And honestly,
we're
there
not
wasn't room for him.
sure. Yeah.
I don't think there. I don't see how they could have fit that in a way that would have. I don't. It was last week. I said that's a bold choice. I don't understand, and this week I say, yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Good call.
assuming that was small because maybe they drastically changed the movie. I doubt it.
Maybe.
I doubt because the Galactus story it takes
Yeah.
a big chunk of the movie.
I don't think there's room for a Malkovich villain and Galactus.
Yeah, unless you would have
Like-
like a Earth allied, like Loki was working for Thanos. But anyways, so it was overall fun. It had a decent music, and I say decent because the Superman we saw 2 weeks ago was a disaster. It was terrible, and it was it had a really good source material. The
Yeah.
John Williams Superman.
One of the most iconic film themes
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. If not like the ultimate superhero song. you know.
Yes.
Anyways, this one was from scratch. Michael Giacchino created from his own mind, without references. Maybe the Doom one wasn't the case, but is Doom in the movie? We don't know. Anyway, but it was. I thought it fit with the time. With the visuals, I thought it worked really well.
Again, Michael Giacchino did the music for The Incredibles.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also he's just a crazy talented, like chameleon of a film composer. I thought the theme was fantastic. They have this great like big choir, like inspiring, like Fantastic Four. That's like, I thought it was great.
Yeah,
Very good music.
very like radio generation type of music, radio programs of superheroes doing that kind of callback. It was fun. It was good. The soundtrack wasn't it wasn't a waste like it was with Superman.
Yeah.
The story is it's okay. They took liberties on some characters. I wouldn't say nothing major that would like what the heck is going on with this character, like if they did it Superman, not to over mention that bomb. The um yeah, the Silver Surfer, they changed. I think it didn't really had a reason. I guess just they just want to be different.
Yeah, I can kind of see they created this parallel, or maybe parallel is not the right word, but I can't think of the right word. So, a sort of a parallel between Silver Surfer and Sue Storm that I thought was interesting, but it didn't have to be done that
Yeah,
way.
because if it was that was the case, they could, and I don't know, maybe they changed. Maybe what that was the case from the beginning, and they drastically changed with like one scene and maybe a couple of the scenes to fix that. But if that was the case, her interactions in the most important scenes she would have would be with Sue, and not with the other characters she does. You know.
Sure, but the parallelism isn't because of their relationship with each other. Their parallelism is their relationship with Galactus.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't want to give away the movie, but they kind of have a similar. They're posed a similar dilemma by Galactus, and then they go into like opposite directions.
Yeah.
But it's because they're women and mothers.
Yeah. But again, in the original, they do that with Silver Surfer the man. It doesn't have to be a woman.
It's true. They do it between like Silver Surfer and Reed, I guess. But
no, with yeah, sure, with Reed, with Torch, with Mankind, with
so again, I'm not saying it had to be. I'm not saying it totally justifies it, but I can see it. And I think it worked for this movie. So this is where I think we have a lot of disagreements. I have not read any Fantastic Four comics. I didn't grow up with them, so I can't speak to this as an adaptation of the Fantastic Four. So there are things that I was able to enjoy that I think really bugged you because you're seeing it as an adaptation.
I mean, it's an MCU movie. I'm used to see some good stuff and be heavily disappointing about some other stuff. They will never get it 100% right because you either go full on trying to adapt a character or a story, or you move to a different direction, your vision of the character, but with some core elements they are part of the character's or story core, like Snyder did. He took liberties. He did things different, but it's still Superman and the best current Superman. Or you go and take like something there a little bit about the character and change everything else completely. You know, it's like you basically give the same colors. So the MCU does that. It's not like I expect them to get it right. Because it's a different medium, and they don't want it to be the same. For if you ask me, the reason, I don't know, financial, social politics, and how the industry works. So that's natural. And changing for a woman, it feels like financial, social politics, the agenda of the day, because it didn't have to. Because if you're talking about children and men have kids too.
It's true, but yeah, it's true.
So they might tell me, oh, she was the best for the role. So you're saying that you guys auditioned every single man.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's saying that this time.
They usually is the excuse. You auditioned every single man and said no. Now we're gonna do woman. No, you decided there would be a woman from the start. Yes. You probably decided there would be that woman when you were writing, because
Julia Garner, by the way.
Julia Garner, that do that, or you decided to be different, or even the silliest the buzz, the controversy, caused people to talk about it. And there's this old adage in Hollywood.
It's true.
Talk good or talk bad, but talk about me. So There's all that, but that's for me. That's not the worst. For me, the worst thing in the movie, and I like the movie. All things considered, for me was Pedro Pascal. I don't buy him as Reed. You might compare to the other versions of Reed, or even go down to the comic books. For me, it doesn't work. He's like he's in most of the things we see him. It looks like in this one is the case too. He's about like one sneeze away from start crying. And I was like, no, this is not the most smart man in the planet.
So intelligence and emotion, like I don't understand why the crying comes across to you as less intelligent.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he is not the most smart man in the planet. I'm not saying that because he's intelligent is not. So I'm not talking about
that's what I got from what you just said.
Richards.
Okay.
But people like that. He like him as a daddy. People nickname him as a daddy. I guess people like him. He's fragile masculinity, and he's been cast on everything. I think.
Yeah, there's no question that in my mind that Pascal got the role because of like the trend and. Yeah, because he's very trendy and popular right now in that role. Even though he's done other roles before, even though he's very capable of doing other stuff, and other people would be great at Reed Richards. Yeah, he definitely got the role because he is currently the favorite daddy.
Marvel is on the slump, and he's on the top, right? Everything he does, people love him. They joke about him being Voldemort. They joke him about Taika Waititi is gonna direct a new Judge Dredd for everybody's like dislike. I was like, why? And people are joking that he would cast Pedro Pascal.
I don't understand why Waititi is doing Judge Dredd. That makes about as much sense as James Gunn doing Superman. So you guys.
So
this doesn't match your energy.
So all things considered, my B50 movie is that I like Vanessa Kirby as Invisible Girl, or they never called her Invisible Woman, do they?
They never called her Invisible anything. I don't think
they called Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch, the Thing. They never called her anything.
I don't think they. I don't remember.
Well, originally she was Invisible Girl, and she grew up to be Invisible Woman because she was very young in the beginning. But of course, she grew up. But I like the Ebon boss Bachrach, us the Thing.
Yeah.
And finally at the end, he like yells, which is like his forte, right? From the bear. Yeah. And I was like, let me do this. You know, that's anyways.
There were a couple moments where they could have thrown in a yes chef. So like maybe a little bit of typecasting there, but he has like the most soulful, icy blue eyes. Like, I don't know. So like he's maybe typecasting like Pascal, but in this case it worked very, very well. Just like a really, really good guy who's got some hurt. He's got some baggage, but he's working through it. Yeah. Loves so hard. It worked really well for this role.
Yeah, no, his trauma, which is exploring all the movies in a more dramatic, even movies that are not that dramatic, in more than dramatic way. They do lighter, but they do really well. So I like him. I like the Human Torch. The dynamic between them two it's well done. Galactus was beautifully done. Except that he talks too much, but anyways.
He talks too much, but they had what's his name? Ralph Ineson. Who has such a great voice. So I understand him talking too much, but
and by talking too much, it's like he talks very little, but I still think that he should talk less. But anyways.
I hear you.
It was fun. The movie has 2 post-credit scenes. Mm-hmm. One is kind of cool and intense. The other one's like, But anyways, it does connect to the future of the MCU. Mm-hmm. Anything else about the movie?
Yeah, I really liked it. I think there were some very good themes coming through there of like a family that like loves each other and that work together and they're successful because of that. A woman who does incredible things because of her womanhood and her motherhood. We have like good relationships. We have like a world that unites together. There's some like really, this one had so much like truth, justice in the American way. Some of the really good and wholesome things from like old school comic books that can be like I can hear the criticism maybe being a little corny, a little like Boy Scouty, but also just like really, really good. And it's good to see that in our stories because it can inspire us to do the same, to hope for the same. So yeah, I would say this is a lot of the stuff I was worried about didn't come to fruition here. And overall, I really liked this one.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a Kevin Feige movie. It felt like just like a good superhero movie.
Yeah. No, it was fun. The movie did 20 how much?
24.4 million on Thursday.
24.4 million on Thursday previews.
Yep.
And it was expected to make 100 million. And now with the previews so good, they expected to make 125 million, which would be par or even beating Superman. This one might be more successful overseas because it's a Marvel movie and because it's and they already well established there, and because there's no black characters, right? So China would be okay. Because that's
none
a
of
fact.
our mains. There are.
That's a fact. They don't like it for whatever reason. But yeah. Anything else about Fantastic Four?
No, I think this is well worth seeing. If
Yeah.
you're gonna see a superhero movie, like see this one. Don't bother with Superman.
Yeah.
Because like even if you don't care about the success of adapting the Superman story, it still wasn't a good movie. This one, even though there might be issues with how they portrayed certain characters, overall it came together, I think, as a good movie. Is it a good Fantastic Four movie? That's debatable. But was it a good movie on its own? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I agree. I would recommend you if you like the MCU movies, you should see. This is a good one. It doesn't waste time on the usual crap that they've been doing lately. They've been making them fail. So
That's true. They let their characters be serious and have heart and care about stuff, and that's a good thing.
With always good humor every now and then. It's well balanced. It's fun.
So yeah, go see this one in theaters.
It's still part of the Marvel mess because they are on a different Earth, and they're gonna come to this Earth, and because they say they will be back in a certain movie on the MCU. It's like, wait a minute, how's it gonna?
How's that gonna work? I don't know. But this movie on its own,
it's okay.
I really enjoyed.
Okay, so the Fantastic Four, the first steps is available in theaters everywhere.
In the meantime, Superman is still doing well at the box office. Like I said before, it has its audience.
Yeah,
we weren't it.
I mean, doing
but there are people
well.
who like
it's
it.
still trailing behind Man of Steel, a 13-year-old movie. Made more, and the audiences in the U.S. are falling, and of course it's natural, and of course with Fantastic Four coming, the audiences will be even less, which might end the run of Superman pretty soon. And most drastically, the overseas audiences are not coming as the studios wanted it. And James Gunn, the wisdom, the wizard, the great mind behind the DCU, is saying that the reason Superman is not performing well overseas is because the character is not very known out there.
That's not it.
Which is, I remember when I was a little kid, very little, watching Superman by Richard Donner with Christopher Reeve. And
which, to be clear,
I loved it, and everybody loved it.
In Brazil.
In Brazil.
Which is,
right.
in fact, a different country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very different country. And I even wore a Superman costume for Carnival, which it's a party. They do some costume parties, and I wore my Superman costume. I might have pictures of somewhere, but anyways, apparently Superman is not known out there, and he also blamed on America. He said he blamed people not watching Superman because of anti-American sentiment, and that was never stopped people from loving Superman. It's just they failing, and he's the excuser in chief. So he's gonna give excuse, make terrible decisions, and then make excuses for that about bad decisions and excuses. he just announced that Ana Nogueira gonna be the writer for Supergirl, gonna and Teen Titans will also write. What's the other one? Teen Titans, Supergirl, and
Don't remember.
Wonder Woman. She was announced to
yeah.
write Wonder Woman. Ana Nogueira, that is known for, absolutely nothing. She never wrote a feature film in her life. But he gonna give these big properties to her. So I don't know. Sometimes conspiracy theorists will say, and sometimes it does sound like he wants to tank this. He wants this to fail. So a Disney buys DC. It makes no sense because even Superman was a very interesting case because the movie is not good for any measure. But it's like people say, oh, it's all about hope. It's like, he never says that. I mean, he never says that. It never quite. Anyways, moving on. Let's enough of gun crap.
Okay, this was this week. A couple of icons have left this life and moved on to the next one. Ozzy Osborne passed away at the age of 76, just 2.5 weeks after his final concert.
Yeah. And Ozzy was a figure that he was very important music figure, a very very prolific, very important music career, but he also changed television, right?
That's right, the celebrity.
The Osbournes, the reality show that follows the family. He was pioneering that. It's like without him, we wouldn't have the Kardashians. So thanks, Ozzy.
Well, yeah, okay.
but many others. So he was this figure and the love story, right? He
and Sharon and their
Sharon,
6 kids.
They went to the distance, right? The whole "Honey, I'm Coming Home," the song. If you know the song, if you know the story, it hits. Yeah, it's different because especially now because now he's home. I mean, for people who think he's in hell and heaven, he's in peace now. Anyways,
I would hope so.
I see.
Something I actually just learned about is in kind of the beginnings of genome sequencing. Scientists approached him and asked to sequence his genome, and he wasn't super into it at first. He said, the only gene I know anything about is the one in Kiss, which just feels like vintage Ozzy. So the people who were asking him to do this said, you've said it yourself, you're a medical miracle. You went on a drink and drugs bender for 40 years. You broke your neck on a quad bike. You died twice in a chemically induced coma. You walked away from your tour bus without a scratch after it was hit by a plane. Your immune system was so compromised by your lifestyle, you got a positive HIV test for 24 hours until they proved it was wrong. Yet here you are, alive and doing well. And they did find, like, there was some weird stuff in his genome that we're still trying to understand, but like,
well, maybe it was,
and that's to say nothing of his like contributions to like music and entertainment. Like
maybe it was because of his diet, right? Because
bats.
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe either way, the guy was extraordinary. Left quite a mark on the world, and now, and especially since he did have Parkinson's, it was a real struggle. So he's free from that, which is good.
Yeah, another big name that passed away this week was Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, actor, celebrity, and
age of 71.
71, and this was just a week short of Fox just acquired the rights for for his
Real American Freestyle.
Yeah, which is interesting. And then he passed it. I guess when is your time? It's your time. So our sentiments for all the families, and yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at some cancellations and news and other stuff. NPR's editor-in-chief is stepping down as Congress is passing all the defunding, and that's all becoming quite official.
Yeah. Well, she should be gone like long time, anyways.
Yeah, so
and she would be gone pretty soon, if not by her own choice, by the choice of the company is gonna need money, and of course they're gonna stop paying uber expensive CEOs.
Yeah, I'm curious how that's
and other executives.
gonna go.
But the company, both NPR and PBS, would not go away. They could be bought, and they could survive because the government put a lot of money there, but apparently it's very little to their budget. It's like, I want to say 10%.
Yeah, so
If-
for
if
NPR anyway, I don't know. I imagine it's similar for PBS, but for the way NPR works is they have member stations. So there's NPR
They have
itself.
ads. They sell ads.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about here. So there's NPR itself, like in DC, they make the programming, and then member stations around the country buy the programming from them and play it on their ads. And those member stations are the ones that rely on much bigger, like the federal funding is a much larger chunk of their budget every year. So for NPR itself, they might be fine, but for the people who are actually like broadcasting it and playing it, they might not be so much.
So the NPR kind of double dips on the out because they get money from the local stations get money to buy NPR stuff that is made with tax.
At least a
tax
little
money.
bit of federal funding. I don't totally understand how it all works.
Well.
Because it's in this weird place of like it's public, but it's not public. But I don't know.
Yeah. Either way.
Well,
if it goes away
changes
or
are
not,
coming.
it's up to them. They can find creative ways to stay in the business or not sell out.
And they might need to change some stuff. I mean, I still listen every now and then because my other news sources don't always. NPR does a decent job of covering a broader range of international news, but also local news. Our local NPR station covers a lot of Utah stuff that you just are not going to hear from other big news. Anyway, there aren't a lot of great local news. Anyway, I already forgot where I was going with that, so it doesn't matter.
Anyways.
Moving on. Columbia University has to pay a $200 million fine having to do with the student protests and Gaza and all that stuff and the anti-Semitism.
Yeah. And then with that is like a lot of victories and changes for the government. They're getting money from Columbia, getting money from CBS, ABC. They all falling in line for this whole mess that they created. So, and they settling. So, they sue. No. They sue. No, they got sued.
They were sued.
And they knew they would lose, and they would lose much more. So they settle to pay and to keep funding, because that's other thing that they would risk. They would have to lose federal funding, which apparently it's another double dipping. The college system, they get funding, they get federal funding, and they still charge your life and your soul to go to college.
Well, the reason they can do that is because of how student loans are set up. Federally subsidized student loans basically have allowed colleges to charge as much as they want because you can just get a student loan.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Well, very few questions asked. And so that allowed, that being able to get that. Anyway, that's a whole thing. That's a soapbox for another day. For another day.
What else?
The FCC did clear the Paramount Skydance merger.
Yeah, so it's going through.
Mm-hmm.
And there's already some changes about it. Did they put there something?
Specific to the merger? No.
Oh, what was it? Yeah, but of course, with a merger, there's always cuts. There's always layoffs, and because if you have two companies, you have HR, you have accounting, you're not going to have two. So you're going to have a whole half that's going to say bye-bye. It most likely is,
So good luck, everyone. This sounds
the
like a horrible process to have to go through.
Yeah. And, also about CBS Paramount, Stephen Colbert was canceled.
Not just Stephen Colbert, The Late Show in its entirety. This is not the first time that hosts have come and gone, but The Late Show, as like an institution of American television, will be no more.
Yeah.
They've got 10 months left?
10 sort of,
9 months?
Yeah. In May they should end, if not earlier, because after the announcement of the cancellation, he's doubling down on the one-sided bias attacks against Trump.
Yeah, and the discourse around this has been so interesting. People complaining
which
about
is
how, like,
one of the reasons why his audiences are like dropping. You know, he's losing. Yeah, anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, well, and he does have an audience, albeit a small one. But there's so much about this. The discourse about this has been like, this is oppression of free speech, which is not. Like, this is Paramount, like, or CBS caving to the whims of the Trump administration so they can get the merger to go through. Maybe.
Well,
but like,
it's a financial decision. If it would not happen now, it would happen after the merge. What happens is the show costs $100 million to be made.
Yeah.
And lost, and is losing $40 million a year. Colbert alone makes $15 million. They have 200 producers. So it's beside, and that's producers beside writers and all the rest of the crew and our cast. So it's losing money. Besides the fact that the affiliates, they want that slot, and they wanted the slot for a while because they can make more money than what is being leaked on the Tonight Show. I mean, on the Late Show, and the Late Show with James Corden before that was canceled, and then became the Girls Show. What was the name of the show?
Was it Taylor Tomlinson who got that one?
Yeah, it was the Late Show. Or she got another show.
I think so. I don't remember.
Late Night? No, it was a. Anyways,
honestly, I can't keep track, and late night has been declining. Like, across the board, late night has been declining in popularity for a long time. Anyway, like, the writing's been on the wall.
And talk shows has been dying. You know, again with the affiliates wanting that slot back. Fallon is now down to 4 nights a week. We have Myers was forced to fire his band because they cannot afford, so he doesn't have a band. Ellen got canceled, got out of the country. So talk shows in general, day or night, they are disappearing because of this advent of this thing called podcasts. You know, people want to listen to people having conversation. They have like double dozens of options to hear people talking about whatever. And
they're quite often much more interesting. I mean, and late night has had its moments, and some really fun stuff happens there, but there's other places we're getting better and more satisfying, more engaging media.
It has been a marketing tool for forever. So Harrison Ford is on tonight, and what's he gonna talk about? His new movie,
a super produced scripted story.
His new show. It's all about that, and they're gonna throw like one little bone there about something funny about his past. It might generate a clip. So it's like over marketizing a product, a movie or a TV show, and the jokes are like not even that good. So and nobody gets out of the script. No, like Craig Ferguson, he would like start the show with his notes, he would rip and throw it away,
which was super unscripted.
What? He doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, when he would talk to people, he was like on the last 30 seconds, it's like, oh, you have a movie. It's like, yeah, I have a movie, and then they would talk about the movie for like 30 seconds of the 5-10 minute interview, and it was fun. It was entertaining. It's not like either being preached or cast away or worse, being treated as an idiot, as a consumer that's forced to say, hey, this person is on the Tonight Show. It's like, so late night and talk shows in general are dying. They might blame heavens and hell and Trump and his dog, but it's financial. The show is losing money, and it's gonna lose even more now because they're doubling down, and
yeah. Okay, just one, not to beat a dead horse, but E! News Nightly broadcast has also been canceled.
Another one that's like sort of traditional, is on air since 1991, and it's gone. They're gonna air less episodes until September 25th, I think.
Yeah, like it's just not needed anymore. Yeah. Entertainment and news has evolved, and
and it's a format with the advent of the internet.
Yeah.
Like Saturday Night Live, when they do not the sketches so much, and some of the sketches too, because they do based on what happened in a week, some of them. But like news update, it's like when it's on Saturday Night Live, it's old. It's already,
Yeah.
it's like internet is like light speed in when it gets to the desk. It's like yeah, haha. Anyways, but yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of old, we're still talking about Coldplay and the Jumbotron moment.
Yeah.
But, like, literally, there was a night this week. I'm really working hard to spend less time on social media, but I still spend some time there. And as I was scrolling through my Instagram feed, it was only K-pop Demon Hunters and Coldplay Jumbotron. That was it. That was everything on my Instagram. Anyway.
Yeah, the guy was he resigned?
Yeah, their head of HR resigned. The CEO resigned. They all resigned. But hey, Astronomer's on the map. Everybody knows about this company now. We didn't know before.
Yeah. And the jokes out there. The jokes is like the real tragedy, the real crime of this whole thing, right? It was the guy having an affair. No, I was going to a Coldplay concert. Anyways, Coldplay is also capitalizing the situation. Chris Martin came out and say something about like when you go to a Coldplay concert, they're gonna have like special rooms for people having affairs.
Yeah, they're in on the joke. It's nice to know that we as a society still care about monogamy, cheating. So honestly, I really just feel bad for like these people's families, just because like this isn't a joke for them. This like really sucks for them.
Yeah, the kids of this guy. Your father's a whore. Your mother is a. Anyways, yeah,
But holy cow.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's been spectacular. What a moment. What a time to be alive, everyone. Okay, a couple more cancellations and then there's some fun new stuff.
There's rumors that Bradley Cooper will play the CEO of Astronomer on a movie adaptation. Yeah. No kidding.
Okay, Resident Alien was canceled.
Not really. They might do it.
They could. Okay, Resident Alien was canceled ahead of their season 4 finale.
Yeah, we still have to watch. You watch the pilot to never get back to it.
It's true. We need to go back to that.
It's Alan Tudyk on a very different role.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Sergeant Rock is moving forward without Luca. Last name I don't know how to pronounce.
Guadagnino, something like that.
Guadagnino, I don't know.
Yeah. So
let's move forward.
We'll see. This movie is like known. It's not even rumors. Known. There's like a lot going on. At first they had Guadagnino as director. They had Daniel Craig as the talent, as the actor.
That's right.
And they're both out Daniel now. Is out. Guadagnino is out. Last we heard, what's his bucket? The Penguin. Colin Farrell would take the lead, and then we heard the movie was canceled.
Yeah.
And now there's rumors that the movie are coming back. I mean, with the success of Superman, they're gonna make everything they was supposed to be making now because, it's like, hey, if that mediocre Superman worked, anything can work.
It's true. Love a tentpole.
If you make it, they will come, and yeah.
Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse has been pushed back 3 weeks, so it's still coming in 2027, just 3 weeks later than we thought.
Yeah, just a slight readjustment.
We had the special treat last night of seeing a new trailer for Avatar. Was it Fire and Ash?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. In a shocking turn of events.
This is about a girl that follows the path of Korra, right?
Nope,
Is the new show coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the new Avatar you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the dumb one. I'm talking about the blue people one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did I put there? I put Avatar,
New Avatar.
You talking about the James Cameron?
I thought so.
I put like that on purpose.
I'm just still salty about it. We're to watch this trailer, and the trailer looks so dumb because guess what, guys? The fire people wear black and red, and they're like mean and evil and aggressive. Who could have seen that coming? that hasn't been done before. Also, they have these like air blimp trips. Like, oh my god, it's just so.
It makes it. I don't know. The whole thing puts me to sleep. It
does. It's so boring.
It's another Superman mediocre movie, and
But somehow brings in billions of
yeah,
dollars. I don't get it.
It works even more, yeah, because I don't know, even the effects. I was like, yeah, okay, but yeah, it's coming.
It's
New
so
Avatar.
annoying.
It's
And
end
like
of
the
this.
fake accents. Oh,
It's the end of this year.
I think so. I was too
Yeah.
distracted by
Oh,
being
nice
angry.
Christmas that would be.
No.
Yeah, but also there's a new Avatar animation coming.
Yes.
Which is not clear for me. Is she's like Korra dies?
Yeah, so that's what happens with the avatars, right? It's the avatar
They
cycle.
die, sure.
Yeah, when the avatar dies, they're reincarnated or the avatar spirit rather is reincarnated in a new avatar. Only this time it's really different. So this is the avatar after Korra. So I think.
So why is
we're
different?
Back. I'm trying to remember the cycle. I think we're back to Earth benders.
It's not fire yet?
No, fire would be next.
Ooh.
There's fire, air.
That would be interesting because the fires are like a
water. Yeah, so this should be Earth. But this
bumpy.
time, the Avatar spirit, like now they're in twins, but the twins were separated at birth, and something went horribly wrong at the end of Korra's life because like the world is in bad shape, and being the Avatar, like everybody super hates the Avatar.
Oh.
So what they're telling us about the story is like these twins have to find each other, and they have to.
That's Darth Vader and twins. The word is terrible. Anyways, but so they're gonna be splitting two.
That's what it sounds like. So they're going a really different direction with this.
And
also like the Avatar instead of a hero is looked on as a villain. So everybody kind of hates them instead of idolizing them. And so anyway, there's a lot they got to figure out. It's called Seven Havens, and they've got to save the Seven Havens in the world.
So, I mean, it could be what they did to the Jedi at the end of the Clone Wars, right? So Palpatine took over and blamed the Jedi for being.
It could be.
Is there a bad guy on the movie that could do that?
Yeah, it could be like
One of the nations.
Like an Unalaq. And what was the dark spirit's name? Rava. Was it Rava?
I don't know. Java Boys.
Nope. That's. You just have to watch it. I know it's not HD remastered or anything, but you just need to watch it. They're so good.
There's bad guys that could do that, but the populace against the Avatar.
We have had a couple villains who, yes, and in fact that was a lot of Korra, like much darker, much more powerful.
And these kids, Korra's kids, or there's like a time.
No, they end up somewhere else totally completely.
No,
it's not like a genetic lineage.
Oh yeah, sure, of course not. But is this like? She died like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 100 years ago. They don't say yet.
So the reincarnation happens like right. So like it's someone who's born right as the Avatar dies.
Oh really?
Right, but then there is a gap of a few years, right? Because this infant baby can't really do anything. So there is kind of a gap as the new Avatar. Like first of all, they find who it is because they have no idea. They know like which group it'll be a part of. So like the next Avatar, there's a cycle. There's like a, Fire Nation, Earth Kingdom, Fire Nation, Air Nomads, Water Tribe. So now we're back to Earth Kingdom, but, they don't know who. It could be anybody.
Korra was born when Aang died.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was...
And then there's a gap for a while as, they find the Avatar, train the Avatar.
Okay.
Master all four elements.
Knowing all that is kind of... they create themselves a problem because if the Avatar is two, and when the Avatar dies comes a new one, what happens if one of them dies?
That would be a problem.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Okay.
Avatars for all colors, and tastes.
So good 3D, Avatars coming out with good content
on 3D or on Netflix, I assume, right? A new one.
I don't remember.
We'll come back to that.
Because it's still Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Anyway, okay. It looks like Comic-Con is unveiling a John Carter of Mars animated series.
Okay, let's see. It's a good stuff. John, what's his bucket? I can't remember his name. The Tarzan created. Sir Lord Byron's. I can't remember.
Edgar Rice Burroughs?
Sir Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He had some cool stuff. The first movie was interesting, but it flopped so hard doing make another movie again. Anyways.
Okay, Megyn Kelly is launching a true crime podcast.
Yeah, she has a podcast.
She has a knack for it.
She has a podcast, what they call network. She has her own podcast, very successful, and she has like several of the hosts that are under the umbrella. And she's officially launching this true crime podcast with court. What's it called?
It says a wide array of legal content and contributors.
Yes, and she is a lawyer of formation, and she worked, and she has a touch for that, and it's interesting, and there's audiences for that. There are people that love.
Oh, for sure. Okay, and last but not least, I think this is a delightful thing to look forward to. Apple is releasing Ben Stiller's documentary about his parents.
Yeah,
This October.
he is a good, talented filmmaker. We've seen some cool stuff he made, and this one is he has all the source material because it's his parents, so it's gonna be interesting, and it's of course a love letter to his parents, mentors, and who nipple with him into the career he has, for good or for bad. But yeah, we can't wait to see that. When is that?
October. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, if you don't know, Ben Stiller is the son of Jerry Stiller and his mom.
I can't remember her name, but they did stand up together for a long time.
Yeah, I can remember that.
They had I'm gonna find it now.
Yeah.
Because they're just such delightful and funny people. Ben is super and Mira.
And Mira, yes.
Yeah.
I knew that. I was testing her. Anyways,
Yep.
That's anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, that's it
Gonna
for this
end on a
week.
high note.
Yeah, we're gonna end this and gonna watch the movie of the summer. No Superman, no Fantastic Four. It's Happy. Happy is back. Happy Gilmore 2 is out on Netflix. You should go watch. We're gonna watch and talk about it next week. So was other things, funny things, pretty things, ugly things.
Yes.
Mysterious things.
So many things. Stranger Things, perhaps?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, follow, like, subscribe, pick strangers on the streets. Say, hey, follow this podcast. Yeah, you will save that person's life. That's it for this week. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.